This is going to be a reading for Gemini. And Gemini, you're feeling really at home, and you're recently married. You're sitting on a couch that's really comfy and cozy. It feels very cool. You keep it really cool in your home. You're feeling like you have everything. Like you don't... What you're recognizing is that it's kind of like when you sit alone and you're able to realize that you've come a long way compared to a couple of years ago. You know, a couple of years ago, you were in this space where you were just constantly going, and things were stressful, and every dollar mattered, every couple dollars mattered. And you just felt kind of like in a constant state of panic. I don't think you feel that way anymore, which is really an incredible, it's an opportunity, and it's a blessing. And you're sitting in this comfortable space. It's a new home. My ear just started ringing. Maybe there's something that you've been listening to a lot, or that you're being told but you're kind of ignoring it. I don't know what that is, but that's a flag. That's a little marker, and it's there's something that you're not listening to, that you keep hearing from your guides, you can call them that, or whatever. You know, your inner voice is telling you something and you're not really considering it. So it's related to your crown. Maybe you can put oils on the top of your head, like at the apex of your head, and in your scalp, like your scalp. Something about getting work done on your scalp or nourishing your scalp is going to be helpful in like being able to channel what it is that you're blocking out. But back to what I was saying, you are in a comfortable space, and you're in a space where you feel like you can get what it is that you want. Like when you go to the store, it doesn't matter what you buy, you have what you need. And you have the comfort of this person. Again, this is a love reading, I didn't say that. But Gemini, you have the comfort that you have wanted. And now it's funny because you're trying to figure out what it is that still doesn't feel full. There's something that still doesn't feel full. And what is that? Okay. This is, you still don't have your own stability independently, but you're working towards it, and the feet are really important. Like you're planting your feet on pentacles, and I see you walking, like you're walking in it. So that's the path that you're taking right now. So the comfort that you have with this home front is not singular, but you're trying to make it, you're using it so that you can make it singular. So that this is what is behind you. This is what you're walking towards. You understand? The 9 of Pentacles is what you're walking towards. And the 4 is where you are now. So what is the, let's see what the Queen is looking at. Okay, so she's looking at a path that she can take. And what is standing out are these trees in the background here. And these trees aren't really definable. They almost look like clouds with sticks. And there's no color and they're gray. So maybe the landscape that you're seeing doesn't feel alive, or maybe you haven't spent enough time outside. Like maybe it's time for you to work on your garden is what they're saying. Okay, so it's important that you nourish the land that you live on, wherever this home is, because you've been focusing so much on the things that she's sitting on, but when you look outside, it's kind of gray. So it's like, so that you can move towards this space. You see this is also gray in the background here, and these are both yellow. So this is where you want to be, and you have to paint the outside as well. So you're looking out and it looks alive, right? That's gonna make this space inside feel a lot richer as well. So go do some gardening, you know, look up certain herbs, look up certain flowering plants that maybe bring certain, you know, I don't know, certain birds or certain bees or whatever is native to your area. You don't have to do that. It can just be related to the fact that you're looking out and you don't see any life in this natural landscape. And that is maybe what you've been tuning out, and that's important to feel. You want to feel that energy in your home with this, and wherever this relationship is that is in the home, it's primarily there. It's going to make it more alive. What about the other person do we need to see? The partner of the Queen. Okay. So your partner is has really done a lot for you, and okay. You see this, you see what he gives you as everything, as the sun. You see what he gives you as absolutely the sun. And the sun is looking directly at him. The sun is completely aware of what's happening. Now he's giving it to people who are below him though. And if you notice the way that it was pulled, he is above the sun. So you're looking up to him. So, you know, it might be a nice place to be where you're closer in proportion to where he's sitting, so that there's more equality. And this is where you're trying to be, so that you can also contribute. Like, look, you're trying to contribute this new idea about something that relate to pentacles. The whole spread is related to pentacles. Pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. And okay, swords back here. So you're with this idea that this reflection that you had about the progress you've made. You're working to stabilize. This is your main card, the Queen of Pentacles. And you are able to nourish these ideas that you have that aren't fully developed. And he's supporting you, but he's trying to provide a balance. And he is. But there's something that you're not seeing, and that is the sentence that I was given. And we don't need to go there, so. You're both firm and sitting comfortably, but your arms are crossed. So there's a part of your there's a part of the emotionality, like the part of the body that is blocked, like the heart in the center of the body is blocked in this relationship. Even though you have all of this passion, you do have a lot of that, and you have a lot of physical stability, there's one part that's blocked. And why is that blocked? Something to do with your relationship, something to do with the way that you see relationships. Like, I mean, you can kind of notice the differences in like their styles right here. Like their styles are very different. You know, this person is very modest in how they're presenting themselves. And this person is not as modest. Not that modesty matters that much, but even the print is very alive. You know, there's the legs, they're risque. Like it's a little more risque, right? So there's this merging of this fire right here, and it's kind of blocking the center. Even though you have a lot of comfort, again, let's go back to this. This is the main card. And they're telling me she's enough. She is enough. The Warrior of Wands. It looks like this is a very fragrant flower. It actually looks like a magnolia. And if you know when magnolias bloom, they're very fragrant. And this is what the block is. Okay. So the block is maybe being able to be this Warrior of Wands. Being able to, you know, use these powers. And she has armor on in that part of her body. So she's protecting that part of her body. With a shield in one hand and a wand in the other. So the base of her body with this dress, you know, it's white, it represents purity, it represents, you know, the full, a flow, right? It represents an opening. But the top of her body is dark and it's not yet opened. So we have the same thing here. What does Gemini need to do to make sure that this part of their relationship is opened? Communicate with spirit. Communicate with spirit at night. So need to do some of your practices that you have in the moonlight, or maybe outside, maybe just on your patio, you know, but alone. This is going to help you stay in this energy, and it's going to help you find your feeding, your foundation right here. And what you also notice is that, look, her foundation is not present. You can't see her feet. You can't see it. It's all in the air. It's in ether. You know, it's in the ether. So find that bridge, and working with your feet is also very important in whatever way that means to you. Okay, Gemini, that's your read.